There's one. Ain't very big. Keeper. Spotted bass, ain't it? Is that a spot? I think that's a spotted bass. Yeah, that or that's a large one. It's 14 incher. Fat. Hey everybody, we are here at Grove, Oklahoma, Grand Lake, Oklahoma for the Bass Federation National Championship. It's probably the biggest tournament that I've ever fished in. It is March 11th, I believe, 2020, and it is the final day of practice Wednesday, and I've had 3 days of practice out here. First day was Monday, and apologize, I didn't get any really good GoPro video. I didn't bring it on first day of practice because it rained pretty much all day and it was cold and didn't really catch much anyway. Caught one keeper, was a 5-pounder, but it was pretty slow. Tried to do some of the traditional stuff here, spinnerbait, Alabama rig, jerk bait, that kind of stuff. Just really didn't have much luck. Water temp when we got here was about 48 degrees. Then yesterday, Tuesday, second day of practice, sun came out mid-morning and got pretty warm, got into the mid to upper 60s, and then the water temp jumped up to about 51, 52 in some of the areas that I was fishing, and the bite improved. I also did a little change in technique and game plan and went from fishing mid-depth and deep to uber shallow, which is what I'm most comfortable fishing anyway, and also made a bait change, and that really seemed to make the difference. Went to a chatterbait jackhammer. Didn't really seem to matter what color, and the big ones were biting it. So on Tuesday I think we caught 4 between my co-angler practice partner and I. We caught 4, one in each different spot, and then we would leave. But each one of those 4 keepers was between 4.5 and 5.5 pounds, so big fish. So we'll see. Probably going to hit that area mid to late morning on tournament day. I think with the sun out and the water temperatures climbing, that area will be better. So today was the final practice day. We had all day, but actually I ended up getting off the water early because I found a few new areas. I've got 3 primary areas, and they're fairly good sized areas, so even if there is some company there, I think I can fish around people, but I don't know if there will be. We'll see. But so this morning in practice, I did get one on GoPro, but it's not very good. I just got a chest mount, so it wasn't positioned quite right. But I caught like a 15-incher on camera. But all these fish are pre-spawn, largemouth, really heavy, fat females. So, but besides that 15-incher that I got on the GoPro before that, I forgot to turn on the GoPro and caught a 3-pounder, 5-pounder. And my co-angler caught like a 15-incher, and I also shook a couple of fish off too. So overall it was a pretty good day of practice today too. So off the water, got all my stuff rigged, I'm ready to go. My starting area, I think I'll probably have some company there, but like I said, I think it's a big enough area that we can all fish together comfortably. I think I can probably get a limit out of that area. I don't know if they'll be as big, but at least get a limit there and then go to my big fish area after that. So we'll see how it goes. Weather tomorrow is supposed to be even warmer, a high of like 77 tomorrow and sunny. Wind's gonna blow a little bit more, but I don't think that'll really make too much of a difference, other than the boat trip will be a little rougher. But the water's warming up. Before we got off the water today, we saw some 56, 57 degree water. So These fish are getting ready to spawn. They're moving up, and it's early March at Grand Lake, Oklahoma, and that's what you do, you fish shallow. But then second day of the tournament, Friday, cold, rain, so I'm gonna probably have to change game plans a little bit, maybe work things a little bit slower, but I'm not really gonna leave those areas at all. I'm committed to them. And if I'm lucky enough to make it on Saturday, the finals, again, weather's cold, rainy, so I really need to make my mark tomorrow, day one. I think I can catch a big bag, and then I'll just scrounge from there, and we'll see what happens. Hope to represent Minnesota well, and I have a really good feeling about this, so hopefully things turn out. So long and skinny. Let's keep her. Long and skinny. Long and skinny. Thank you. Woo! Look at that! Hey guys, okay, it is post day one. Tournament is over, day one of the tournament here on Grand Lake. And I am sitting in 6th place overall and 2nd place in the Northern Division. I had 3 fish for 9 pounds and 6 ounces, and I caught 1 big fish, was probably close to 5, 1 okay keeper, like a 16-17 incher, and then 1 skinny, just barely 14 incher, and somehow that still has me in 6th place overall. I'm about 5.5 pounds behind the division leader, who is also the overall leader. He had 15 pounds even. So I'm gonna need a pretty good bag tomorrow, I think, to overtake him, unless he ends up having a bad day. But I'm shooting for hopefully 20 pounds tomorrow. Those big fish are out there. I just don't know what happened today. As you saw on hopefully some of the video, the GoPro wasn't the greatest angle, and I didn't get all the catches on GoPro, including the big one, unfortunately. But I do think I did get to my co-angler caught a pretty good sized one, like a 4.5 pounder, that I think I got that on video, so hopefully you saw that. But should be at least a couple of catches you just saw. But yeah, so I'm sitting in 6th, and I just don't know what happened. In practice, it was, anytime you got a bite, it was a 4 to 5 pounder. And today I caught like 4 or 5 short fish. I caught, I think, 2 drum, a white bass, and then I had a lot of fish that were just like bumping the chatterbait. They weren't like taking it. I don't know why. Water temp was climbing up. It was a beautiful day out. It was like 80-degree air temperature, and the water temp was, in some places by afternoon, it was up in like the upper 50s, 58. But I'm just a little puzzled on what exactly happened. So tomorrow is supposed to be cold. I think a little rainy. There's a cold front coming in tonight, and I think the high air temperature tomorrow is like 53 degrees. So water temp's probably going to dip a little bit, and maybe that'll help the bite a little bit. It was really windy today too, and the wind was blowing into some of my key areas. So I don't know if that affected them. It certainly affected me a little bit because it was hard to really cover the area really good because the wind was pushing me along so fast, or it was hard to cast the bait to the exact spot. So not an excuse, but I'm trying to find reasons on just why I didn't get bit as much as I thought I would, and why I didn't get those big bites, because those big females in practice were really moving up. And other than the one big one that I caught, which was in about 6 inches to maybe a foot of water, but probably like 6 inches, I don't know what happened. So hopefully tomorrow, with the weather change, they will bite, and hopefully I will get at least a few good fish catches on GoPro. That's a wrap for me. Got my rods all ready, and I'm gonna stick with the same game plan. I'm gonna start in the same area and do the same rotation. I'm gonna throw chatterbait. I'm gonna try maybe flipping a little bit more. I tried flipping a jig some, and I never got a bite on it, even though I did in practice. But I'm gonna try flipping a sweet beaver. Thinking maybe the water temps where they are, they might bite a beaver. So we'll see, but the weather might totally change that. So that's it for me, and wish me luck, and hopefully I'll have some good fish catches for you right now.
Jason Howland, Samuel Jenkins, 18, where you want 8. Thank you, guys.
There's one. Now, big one. Yes. Oh. Thank you. Maybe they're going to bite today.
That's what we need there, huh?
Flipping.
That's a toad. That's a toad. And a little 1.5 foot of deep water butter.
That's a dig. Dang it. He ain't gonna make her. There ain't no way that's 14 inches. That one yesterday, I'd have swore it wasn't. And it was. This ain't. Come on. Really? Hey everybody, so it is Saturday, day 3, the final day of Nationals, and as you can see, I am not at the tournament. And as you saw from the video there, I just really didn't catch a whole lot on day 2 other than that one keeper that I caught in like the first 10 minutes. Ended up weighing 4 pounds 10 ounces. I'm back home now, just got the boat put back in the garage and stuff unloaded after the 8-hour trip. Really was a fantastic time at the TBF National Championship. My first time ever there, my first time ever to Grand Lake. So learned a lot about the lake. Really liked the lake. It's just things didn't work out, and that's all right. So I caught just the one fish there that you saw on day 2, and ended up 16th place overall, 3rd in the Northern Division, with a 2-day total of 14 pounds even. Like I said, I caught that first fish in like the first 5-10 minutes maybe of pulling up on the starting spot. And as you saw in the video there, I caught that fish as I'm putting it, just got done putting it in the live well. My co-angler behind me pitched right into the same tree. I caught that fish on a jig, little bitsy bug, black and blue jig, and he was throwing a little craw, and he pitched in there and caught a 2.5 pounder. I thought, wow, the day is really going to be fantastic. Water temp had dropped maybe just a little bit in that area, but the air temp was pretty cold. It was cloudy, but I really thought they were going to bite after that. And as you saw in the video there, maybe half hour later, we're still in the same area, and I was throwing a chatterbait because that's what I'd been catching fish on in practice and the first day of the tournament. And my co-angler was throwing that little craw behind me, and he ends up catching a 7-pounder that you saw on camera there. What are you going to do? The fish was literally in like 6 inches of water, so I don't know if it was up getting ready to start a bed. I'm assuming that's what it was doing. Water temp in there was probably 58, 57 degrees. So with 2 fish, he had like 10 pounds there. After that, I caught one other short. I'm not sure if I got that on camera or not. And my co-angler caught one more keeper, a 2.5 pounder on a jerkbait in a different area. And it was, I didn't get that one on camera. So he ended up with 3 fish for 12 plus pounds, and was sitting in 2nd place overall after 2 days. And he won his division too. So good for him, and kudos to him for catching those fish behind me. I guess in hindsight, I wish I would have maybe stuck with the flipping, even on the, I mean, the big fish was on just a flat gravel bank. I had been flipping after I caught that first fish. I basically flipped from there, but when I got to that gravel bank, I decided to try the chatterbait, and he caught that big fish behind me. Tried to replicate it and pitched the jig probably 70% of the time throughout the day, and fished a lot of other nice pieces of wood and shallow bushes and stuff like that, and just never had a bite. Not exactly sure what happened, but it is what it is. And it was a great experience. So I got 16th place overall, got a $500 check, and now I'm going to work even harder this year to try to make it back and do well in the semi-nationals, which are at Leech Lake, coming up I think in September. So but for now, I'm done fishing. It's mid-March, and the boat got plenty of use. As you saw there on the video, water was it was pretty rough there both days of the tournament. Wind blew out of the south like 20 to 25 miles an hour the first day of the tournament, and then the second day it was blowing out of the north probably 20 to 25. So it was a little rough coming in, but the Lund did fantastic. That V-bottom really helps handle those big waves, and I didn't have any equipment failures or anything, so just fishing failures, I guess. But live and learn, and really enjoyed my time, like I said, at Grand Lake. And thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully I just got the chest mount, so some of the video might not be the best, but I'll try to fix that and do some more fishing videos later this year. My next tournament coming up will be on the river at Wabasha, probably the TBF Spring Fling, which is the last weekend in April, if the river doesn't flood. And then looking forward to the Dick Hiley St. Jude Bass Classic the first weekend in May. My dad and I will be fishing as a team in both of those tournaments. So that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.